Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to discuss exercise 2.2. Here we have question number 1. Find the cube roots of the following number. Here we are given -1, so we have to find out the cube root of -1. For this, the solutions of the given question is, let x be the cube roots of -1. So here we take x is the cube root of -1. Now we can write x is equal to 3 under the root -1. It's a simple way to write a cube root of x. Or we can write x is equal to -1 power 1 over 3, because it's another way to write a cube root of x. Here we have x is equal to -1 power 1 over 3. Here we have x power 1 and -1 power 1 over 3. So if we multiply 3 to the each power, so we get x power 3. X cube is equal to -1. Now we have to add 1 both sides. So if we add 1 both sides, so we get x cube plus 1. X cube plus 1 is equal to -1 plus 1. So -1 plus 1 give us 0. So x cube plus 1 is equal to 0. And we know that a cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. Now using this formula we can write x plus 1 multiply x square minus x plus 1 is equal to 0 Now using zero factor property, which we already discussed in the previous lecture, so you can watch the previous video if you don't know about the zero factor property, because I already discussed about zero factor property. So we have x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now if we subtract 1 both sides, so we get x is equal to -1 and x square minus x plus 1 is equal to 0. So it's a quadratic equation, and we can solve this quadratic equation using quadratic formula. We know that a quadratic formula x is equal to minus b plus minus under the root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now it's a quadratic formula. Here we have a is equal to 1, b is equal to -1, and c is equal to 1. So putting the values of a, b, c in the quadratic formula, we get 1, because minus into -1 is equal to 1, plus -1 whole square into -4 into 1 into 1 under the root divided by 2 into 1. Now we can write 1 plus -1 into 1 minus 4 under the root divided by 2. So here we can write again x is equal to 1 plus minus under the root 1 minus 4 divided by 2. which is equal to 1 plus minus under the root minus 3 divided by 2, 1 plus minus iota under the root 3 divided by 2, because we know that minus 3 under the root is equal to iota under the root 3. So the cube roots, so we can write the cube roots of unity. Cube roots of minus 1, which we are given in a question. So cube root of minus 1 is minus 1 plus iota under the root 3 divided by 2, and 1 minus iota under the root 3 divided by 2. Now we multiply minus to both sides. Before we get x is equal to 1 plus minus iota under the root 3 divided by 2. So if we multiply minus to both sides, so we get minus x is equal to minus 1 plus minus iota under the root 3 divided by 2. Now we can write minus 1 plus iota under the root 3 and minus iota under the root 3, and we know that omega is equal to minus 1 plus iota under the root 3 divided by 2, and omega squared is equal to minus 1 minus iota under the root 3 divided by 2. So if we put the values of omega and omega square there, so we get minus omega into minus omega square. So the cube roots of unity, if we find out the cube roots of minus 1, so we get minus 1 minus omega into minus omega square. So it's a required solution of cube roots of unity of minus 1. Thank you for watching.